It came not in a gentle stream, but in a tidal wave of heavy metal and audacious rebellion, Liquid Death. The name itself was a provocation, a challenge thrown down in the placid, blue-tinted world of bottled water. This was not the water of serene yoga studios, pristine mountain springs. This was water for the mosh pit. It was water for the unapologetic, the loud, the ones who lived on the edge. It arrived with a singular, brutal mission: murder your thirst. The thirst murderer had arrived. The beverage industry would never be the same. Behind the skull logo and heavy metal bravado was a surprisingly simple observation. The idea for Liquid Death was born from the mind of Mike Cesario, a former Netflix creative director with a background in the punk and metal scenes. He noticed something interesting while touring with bands at events like the Vans Warped Tour. Musicians were often drinking water out of monster-sized energy drink cans to maintain their edgy image. The optics were clear. A plastic water bottle looked weak, but a tall boy can look cool. It was a moment of pure marketing insight. The container was more important than the contents. Cesario saw a gaping hole, combined the healthy appeal of water with the rebellious branding of an energy drink or craft beer. He wasn't trying to reinvent water, he was trying to reinvent its packaging and its personality. The mission: make a healthy beverage as cool, if not cooler, than the sugary drinks dominating youth culture. He teamed with a bartender and an artist to bring the vision to life. The name was chosen for sheer audacity, a name so extreme it was impossible to ignore. The slogan "Murder Your Thirst" perfectly captured the ethos. Violent, memorable, utterly ridiculous, stripping away gentle hydration cliches for something primal and aggressive. Sustainability was woven into rebellion. Death to plastic made cans a cooler and greener choice. It united the punk rebel and the eco-conscious consumer in an unexpected coalition. With only $1,500, Cesario made a speculative commercial that nailed the tone. A few thousand more on Facebook ads pushed it into the world. The response was explosive. The video went viral, pulling in millions of views and massive interest. Liquid Death had more followers than established water brands before selling a single can. The proof of concept was undeniable. The world was ready. The brand didn't sell water, it sold an identity. It competed on personality, created the tribe, and forced the world to look closer, to read the fine print, to engage. It grabbed attention in a world overflowing with noise. The quiet water aisle had its deafening wake-up call. Liquid Death's marketing wasn't polite persuasion, it was shock, awe, and spectacle. Less a beverage company, more an entertainment studio, making content designed to go viral and dominate feeds. Mini masterpieces of absurdity and dark humor, children reacting in hilarious terror and confusion to the brand's aggressive name and skull logo. Another ad showed a woman waterboarding a man with Liquid Death, gleefully shouting "Murder Your Thirst." Not feel good, confrontational. Unforgettable. They pushed boundaries, wielded outrage and laughter with precision. They released a heavy metal album, Greatest Hates, with lyrics from negative comments, turning criticism into content. It was a jiu-jitsu move that read as authentic and defiant to the core audience. They sold skateboards infused with Tony Hawk's blood. They sold out almost instantly, igniting a press whirlwind. They offered to sell your soul, a legally binding gag, trading immortal souls for entry into a loyalty program. These were cultural events made to be shared, debated, and discussed. The viral strategy was amplified by celebrity and influencer culture, but they chose the right ones. Figures embodying non-conformist spirit became organic supporters. Travis Barker, Joe Rogan, adding priceless authenticity. The more viral the content, the more celebs joined. The more celebs joined, the cooler it became. Bold collaborations. Tony Hawk Bloodboard, hiring Sherry DeVille as a sustainability ambassador, generated fresh waves of headlines. Their social feeds became destinations. Memes, user-generated content, and darkly humorous posts kept the community engaged. Fans submitted thirst-murdering clips. The country club traded exclusivity and merch for souls, a cult-like community at scale. The underground buzz quickly translated into explosive commercial success. Whole Foods stocked them early. The juxtaposition was perfect. The punk rocker crashing the garden party. From Whole Foods to 7-Eleven, Kroger, Target, black cans with a golden skull spread everywhere. Valuations soared with each distribution deal. Investors poured in hundreds of millions. By the early 2020s, Liquid Death was valued at over $500 million for canned water. Sparkling water and flavors launched with the same theatrical flair. Then iced teas dubbed Dead Ass Tea. It bridged counterculture and mass market without losing its soul. or so it seemed. A marketing marvel, a punk rock P.T. Barnum, a king on a throne of crushed plastic. But the higher you climb, a feeling further you have to fall. As the empire expanded, its uniqueness drew scrutiny. Core claim, mountain water from the Austrian Alps, exotic mystique implied quality. Demand made the international supply chain a logistical and financial nightmare. Whispers, was it truly pristine spring water or were corners cut? The anti-corporate identity began to feel less authentic as the company grew into a corporate machine. For punks and skaters, mainstream success felt like betrayal. Sellouts started to sting. Shock and awe dulled. Early stunts were groundbreaking and fresh, repeated, they felt formulaic. Outrage needed to escalate. Fatigue set in. European sourcing was expensive. I had enormous marketing budgets, cash burned fast. Any slowdown or supply hiccup could be disastrous. The invincible armor began to show cracks. The turning point came swiftly. In 2024, a class action lawsuit sent shockwaves. It alleged fundamentally deceptive marketing, branding as 100% mountain water from the Alps, while sourcing significant product from domestic municipal water to meet demand. Essentially, tap water in a cool can at a premium, devastating for a purity-based brand. Environmental groups highlighted the carbon footprint of shipping water across the Atlantic. Negative press became a perfect storm. The response felt clumsy and dismissive, leaning on irreverent humor and deflection, doubling down on aggression. The public mood shifted. Confidence looked like arrogance. Loyalists felt alienated. Bottom line hit hard. The fallout wasn't an explosion, but a slow, agonizing decline. Sales that once defied gravity plateaued, then dipped. The black can sat longer, novelty gone. The ultimate conversation starter became a topic to avoid. Cultural relevance eroded faster than sales. Once tied to lawsuits and deception, the cool factor evaporated. Influencers and celebrities stepped away. Backstage and skate parks, cans conspicuously absent. The party was over. Pressure sparked desperate gambits, more pathetic than provocative. Layoffs followed. Marketing and ops were cut. The rebellious culture soured. A company built on not taking things seriously now faced serious collapse. By late 2025, many retailers delisted the brand, replacing it with upstarts. Once worth over $700 million, it explored a sale at a fraction, now a cautionary tale. No final bang, just a quiet, brutal fade. The thirst had been murdered, but so had the hype that sustained it. The meteoric rise and precipitous fall is a lesson for the branding age. Powerful narrative, audacious marketing, and subculture depth can build a billion-dollar brand out of thin air. Personality can beat product. The success was no fluke. It built a tribe by breaking rules. But hype is volatile. If cool defines you, uncool is always near. Authenticity is hard at scale. When actions contradict the message, trust shatters. Balance image with substance. A good story gets you in, truth lets you stay. Authenticity must be earned and protected.